at this point, there's no clues other than obviously eyes and a peck. Like, please tell me this is supposed to be a beak. Oh my gosh. AI, what are we doing here today? Okay, welcome. Kristen here. This is Enchanted Yarnworks. And what are we doing today? We are letting AI tell us how to make a pattern. Crazy, right? So yes, today I have a pattern that Steve V1LL1N is sent in. It's an AI created pattern. I have no idea what it's supposed to be. All I do is I sit down and I hit record, I pick out my colors, and I just get to it. And it's kind of fun. I hope you'll hang out with me and see where this goes today. So make sure you're subscribed and the notification bell is dinged so that you can get all of my video notifications. And then please definitely like this video so that the algorithms are happy and you guys get to keep seeing everything that happens here. So without further ado, let's just get into it today. Okay, so here we go again with another mystery AI crochet pattern. This one submitted by Steve V1LL1N. I have linked his YouTube page for you in the description. So if you guys want to check out his music and his work, it's kind of cool. You can do that. So thank you, Steve, again for this pattern. I'm excited to see what it turns out. It looks like it's going to be a fairly easy, quick-ish one. So here's the instructions. I did pick out some colors. That's why I have notes on here. So we need 3 colors, and one for each part. It says up here, body part 1, body part 2, and one for the body. Goes over that we need a crochet hook. So I am using Hobby Lobby's I Love This Yarn. This is a acrylic. I have it in my stash. It calls for a 5.5mm hook. I'm going to use a 5 because this looks like this may be an amigurumi type pattern, and you kind of want to go down a little bit for those. So the colors I chose, one for the main body, I chose this navy color. I think it is actually called navy, but let's double check. This is, I'll find it. Yep, navy. So when I do cake these, they make larger cakes. So I like to wrap the label in the middle when I start, so I know the color, the brand, etc. Put that back in there. Okay. Then for part 1, I'm using linen. Now I haven't gotten these guys caked yet. That's why they're still in the original skeins. Color name is linen. You can see that. And then the third color for body part 2 is olive. Dark olive is the color. So the fun part about all of this is that you can just choose whatever colors you like and go with it. That's what's fun here, because I have no idea what this is going to turn out to be. I was talking about the hook, excuse me. So it calls for 5.5. I'm going to use a 5. Now, again, I'm using just my Amazon special, I like to call them, ergonomic comfortable hooks that I have on there. They come in a set of 3 for like $7 or $8. I don't remember. I do have them. I will have the links for them down below. Actually, for everything that I'm using today in my Amazon account. I am an associate, so disclaimer. If you do decide to check out those links and purchase anything that I have here, Amazon does pay me a little bit of a commission for sharing that info with you. It does not upcharge you anything. You don't pay extra. I just get a little thank you from Amazon for that. So I'm also going to be using yarn needles. So this cute little tin, I'll have that linked as well. It comes with like 18 needles, all the different sizes. I do like these big ones though, because they have the larger eye and they have the angle. So it allows you to kind of get into everything a little bit easier. I do have my little scissors, but I don't have those linked because they came in a kit that I got years back, and I have no idea what that kit is. I think it was a gift. So those are those guys. We don't need much. We do need stuffing, which I do have. And that's what we need. So we're going to start here with body part number 1 with our navy color. And this doesn't look like it's going to take much time. We only have 7, wow, where's my numbers? 10 steps. So, okay, let me put this over here. Okay, so looking at this, I'm wondering if I should pull this back and work on the white when I'm using this color. I wonder if that'll be easier for you to see. We'll try it, and if it seems then I'll put it back. Because these colors kind of match. Alright, so we're starting off with a magic ring. So if you have not done a magic ring before, we'll show you how to do that. Now you can choose, let me zoom in just a bit. You can choose to do a magic ring, or if you don't like magic rings, you can do the chain slip stitch method, which I'll show you that really quickly. So with the chain slip stitch, you're going to chain like probably 3, depending on how much single crochets you need in your ring. And then you slip stitch to that beginning loop like that, and then you start everything in the middle of your chain ring, okay? But with a magic ring, you start with your short end in front, wrap it around your fingers like so, go under this bottom one, hook and loop, and then do a chain like that to secure it. So then what we need now is, let me zoom in a little bit more. Sorry. Okay, what we need now is, it says 6 single crochets. So I like to put my fingers in here to kind of stabilize it as I go. And then when I do the amigurumi type things, I like to yarn under, which is putting the yarn under your hook opposed to yarning over like this. Okay, it gives it a tighter stitch, and it kind of makes it give that like X shape to your stitch. And that's pretty popular with the amigurumi. So yarning under, and we'll do 6 single crochets. 1, 2, see, I lost it, so I like to hold it. 3, 4, 5, and now 6. You know what? I need stitch markers for this. It doesn't call for them, but we're doing a continuous round with this, and so I want to be able to mark for it. 1 second. Okay, so I have these cute cat stitch markers. Well, look, they all fell off of there. That's fine. So they're super cute. I will link them. But look, they have little like Hawaiian shirts on. Some of them they have. This one's a little teacup. This one is just a happy lovey cat. Little tabby cat. Aren't they cute? Here's a strawberry shortcake cat. Which one should I use? Let's go with this tabby cat today. I haven't used him yet. Okay. Here we go. I'm curious about this black background though. I mean white background. Yeah, I'm a little curious about that. Let's see if this is going to look better and give better contrast. I know that's a dark yarn, but I don't know, for some reason. Nope, I think the white's better. Thanks for your patience, guys. Appreciate it. Okay, so I'm going to pull this, and then we need to mark here. Mark my stitch so that we continue and I don't get lost. Right? Bright enough? Is that better to see? Maybe a little bit brighter. Okay. All right, so next we are doing round 2, which is increasing all the way around in each stitch. So increasing means you just make 2 single crochets in every stitch. So we will have a total here of 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 10, 11, and 12. So I'm going to pull my center here nice and tight so that it closes that up. Okay. And we're increasing again to 18. So we're going to do 1 single in this first stitch, and then we're going to increase in the second and repeat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then 7 by itself, 8 and 9 together, 10, 11 and 12, 13, 14 and 15, and then 16, and 17 and 18. Okay, that's round 3. Excuse me, round 2. So move this over. And round 3 has us increasing again to 24. So we are going to single crochet 2 stitches and then increase all the way around. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12, 13, 14, 21, 22, 23, and 24. Okay. And then now we're doing rounds 4 through 10, 24 single crochets. So what I like to do, so I don't have to go X amount of rows, I know it may seem silly, but it works for me. I like to make tally marks on my paper for the amount of rows, and then when I complete it, I mark it off. So I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And when I do each one, I'll mark it, crosshatch it. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue 24 stitches around for 7 rows. So let's get that started, and then I will see you at the end of those 7 rows. Okay, so that is the end of round 10, and as you see, I just mark them off like that. Okay, so we are going to be decreasing in the next row. Definitely want to put this guy on here. So sorry. So I know I'm at. Let me move a little bit better there. Okay. So decreasing, we are going to do an invisible decrease. If you are not familiar with that, I will kind of show you the difference. So we are single crocheting in the next 2 stitches and then doing a single crochet decrease. So we're going to go down to 18 stitches. So single crochet, 1, 2. So now a regular decrease, let me pause it, let's see, is you'll go in to your stitch, yarn over, and then go into the next stitch, yarn over, and then pull through the 3. Let me go ahead one more just so you can kind of see. And that can get kind of bulky and obnoxious. So to do the invisible decrease, what you're going to do is just go through the front loop and then come over to the front loop of the second loop, yarn under, just like a regular single crochet, and then finish that off. And that's so much cleaner and less bulky. And then you start over with our sequence. So single crochet in the next 2, and then a decrease. So that would be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. There we go. And next round we're decreasing to 12. Same process. So single crochet and then a decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. There it is. All right, so now we have to do some stuffing. Let me put this guy up here. It says to stuff firmly. Okay, so when you're doing the stuffing, you don't want to take a big blob like this and then just shove it in there. because when you do that, it's going to stick together and it's going to be cumbersome and just bulky in spots. It's going to be chunky, I guess you could say. So you want to take little bits and kind of move them around in there. Still have some space. Kind of getting firm down here in the bottom, but not so much up here. Sounds like the cats are scratching at my door. They're just going to have to hang out there while I do this, because then they're going to be in my lap or on the table, and I need to be able to work and record for you guys. Okay, getting closer. Okay, I think that is nice. All right, so next we are decreasing to 6. So that means we're decreasing every stitch, okay? And this stuffing actually sheds like crazy, and it's all over the place. All right, let's see. So here we're starting. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to take this off because it's the last one, and it's in the way. And 6. Okay, so then it says fasten off and weave in. I can do that. Move the stuffing here. We're going to use the green one. All right, so I'm just going to kind of loop through all of them, just like this. And then push it back down the bottom. Does not say to leave a tail, so that's what's happening here. Okay. Go over one more, and then I'm going to cut that off there. Okay, here is the main body part. All right, put him over here. I'll be using this needle more, so I'm just gonna hook it right here. I don't have to keep pulling that out. So next we're going to use the linen color, so I'm going to put this back over. So we have some contrast, and that will make this easier to work with. Right. Okie dokie. So this says chain 6. So we're making 2 of these. And it says to change chain 6, excuse me. This is 3 steps. Actually, 2 steps because the 3rd step says fasten off. Okay. Chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Second chain from the hook, single crochet in each chain. I'm going to work on the back side because I like when I do the foundation that it gives me this nice flat edge. So that would be the back bump here. And I'm single crocheting all the way back. So that'll be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, this is what we have. And we need 2 of these. So fasten off, it says, and leave a long tail for sewing. I can do that. Okay, there's 1. 6 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Second from the hook. 6 single crochets back. 5, single crochets back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Kadoki. Ta-da! All right, so 2 of these are complete. Goodness, we're moving quickly through this pattern. Okay, and now we have body part 2. It says just to make 1. So we're using the olive color. This one doesn't have the start at the edge, so guess I'm going digging for the center. I don't know, I might get lucky. Then I might not. There we go. Little yarn bar. That's okay. I don't mind. So we need to chain 10. And then we're single crocheting back. Okay. We only need 1 of these. So single crochet chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now it says single crochet from the second chain back. So we'll do 9 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. Now it says to turn, chain 1, and single crochet in each stitch across. So 9 back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so now it says repeat step 3, 5 more rows. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so then chain 1 and 5 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, there's the first one. So I'm going to do the next 4 and I will see you back when I complete that. Okay, so there it is. Now it says to fasten off and leave a long tail. I can do that. There we go. So here are our parts that we have. This is really interesting. Absolutely kind of confusing. Super curious what this could be. Okay, so here we are to put this together. What do y'all think this thing could be? I have no idea. Steve, what you got for me, brother? Because this is so weird. It's weird. So apparently, it says to sew body part 1, which are these guys, onto the top of the body. Like so, top here, placing them slightly apart. Okay. Maybe. Now, there's 2 assembly instructions. The next section of assembly instructions says, sew body part 1, eyes, onto the top of the body, placing them slightly closer together to create a cross-eyed effect. Okay, so I could see that. All right. And then body part 2 onto the bottom of the body. I'm curious, is this like supposed to be a head? I'm sorry, I'm out of the move this. So sorry. Is this like supposed to be the head and this is the whole face and then this is the bottom of the face? Because then it says so body part 2, which they labeled a pecker. So is this like a bird beak? It says between body part 1. What does that mean? Between body part 1. Like so like in the middle of body part 1? Do I fold this? And like that? Like I don't know. And then we need buttons to create pupils for the eyes. So I kind of have the eye idea. I think I know what I'm going to do about the eyes. Towards the inner edge of each eye to enhance the cross-eyed look. And then it wants me to embroider details on the body for added texture. But I got nothing. I don't know how I could add a texture any of this body. This must be Steve, my dude. Okay, so I want to think on this, but let's get this going. This is so strange. I'm gonna just take these little bits and Yep. Okay, we're gonna go like this. And here I am out of camera again. Sorry, friends. Steve, you send me the weird stuff. But you know what? I absolutely love it because that's the point of this whole thing. This whole thing is to show how AI doesn't quite understand the process of crochet patterns, and people just create them because they want to sell them. And unfortunately, newer crocheters purchase them and don't realize that they are not working patterns and they're not going to make what the picture shows. So that's why I'm doing this, to kind of make light of the situation at hand and have something fun to do. I have yarn. I like the simple projects. They kind of keep me busy. I'm going to send this through because it's too short now. And by send this through, I mean I'm literally going to put the needle all the way through, and it goes as far as it goes. And in this case, not all the way entirely. So it's going to hang out in there with the stuffing. Okay. This eye look is so weird. I'm kind of making them like angry eyes, like angled down. I don't know. At this point, there's no clues other than obviously eyes and a pecker. Steve, a pecker, like, please tell me this is supposed to be a beak and not anything inappropriate, my friend. Of course, I probably shouldn't have even said that. Oh well. How far did I get? Okay, so I will have to find some buttons because it's calling for buttons. And I will put it right here. Okay, one more stitch. That button will work. Okay. You're going to the back. So pull just a little bit. And then there it goes. All right, next. Next, we have this one. It's going to go like this. Because apparently we want cross-eyed, whatever this thing is supposed to be. Alrighty. Yes, I know I don't have my needle threaded yet. I like to kind of start my stitch. And then I'm weird, I know. But at least this way I know that my yarn's not going to come out when I'm manipulating the needle. It's my thing. It works for me. Okay. What do you guys think this might be? I have no clue. Although I'm kind of getting like an Angry Bird idea, like from, the Angry Birds. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them, but they were kind of a big deal in the early 2000s. Games abound, early mid 2000s. So I just aged myself. It's okay. Angry Birds are fun. And who knows if there was a specific color that would have worked best because there's no instructions. So I kind of grabbed from my stash of the type of yarn I wanted to use, and those are the color options that I have. I mean, I have other color options, but I mean, I had votes for these 3 colors. So that's what I did. Okay. All right, I think this one's on there. Pretty good. So I'm going to send it to the back, and I'm going to send the other one to the back. Then we're going to figure out this last piece situation. Okay. All right. This. I don't know. I mean, should it? It doesn't say to roll it. It just says to sew it between body part 1. Between where in body part 1? I don't. What does that mean? Okay. Well, I don't know. So I've been racking my brain. Okay. So doesn't say to roll anything, but like it says to put this between body part 1, which are these guys right here. So like this, or like this, unless I put these on wrong. Or should I roll it and make it a long nose? Or roll it this way when it's a long nose? Yeah, I got nothing. I have no idea. Like, I don't know. Let's skip ahead and do the buttons for just a bit, because I have no idea. This is insanity. Let me see if I have my little needle in here. Where is my little needle? I need to find my little needle. Okay, so I forgot. These, I found these at my local store. And I forgot that the holes are so small that I need regular sewing needles. So I have just a batch of Singer needles. I can link them to down below. But I chose the one with the largest eye and that I can use. So let's find a button small enough that will work. This is all I have right now. I don't have a bunch of options currently, and we're going to use what I have. Okay, I think this one right here. Make sure my needle will go through it. So I'm using my, I'm using my Stylecraft 4-ply for this. And what I'm going to do is all right, I'm going to bring this in all the way back here. And it wants these towards the inner edge to make a cross-eyed look. Okay, I can do that. I kind of want to angle the holes just to give it character like that. So I think that's funny. Sure, there it is. Okay, I'm going to bring this over to this side and start this over here. Find another small button. There we go. You know, I'm sure it doesn't help that, like I said earlier, the colors that I chose. I'm sure that is not helping at all. If it was maybe the right colors, it might make more sense what this is supposed to be. Who knows? Kind of getting Oscar the Grouch here. Who's with me on that? Obviously, he's not the right color. Or Grover the Grouch, maybe, with these colors. I'm going to be way off. It doesn't matter. Steve's going to be like, girl, not even close. That's okay. That's what makes it fun. All right. So I'm just going to go here. Kind of like his eyes. They're funny. Tighten it up a bit. And I'm just going to weave this in back through here a little bit. And then send it to the other side. There we go. All right. It's time to finish this off with, I'll clean that up in a minute, with this. It says it's a pecker. Like a beak. It's supposed to be between the eyes. So it's about to be just this. I'm not even kidding. I don't even snuffleupagus. An anteater? Maybe it is an anteater. Okay, we're gonna do that. I don't even know. So should I stitch this all the way down? Or should I leave it so it opens up? It does look like a Muppet character from Sesame Street. I'm not gonna lie. Closed or open? Oh, torn. Okay, maybe I'll close it. So I'll have to. This is incredible. I think I'll do the long one because I'll use the smaller one to. No, I'll use the smaller one. Which is the side I want out? The nicer side. Let's do that one. Okay. It's so weird. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stitch through the connecting loops. The inside loops, I mean. So the way I am putting this together, absolutely I would not sell it the way that I am sewing everything together. If I was to make a professional item, I am just kind of doing what works right now to get an idea of what it's supposed to be. There's obviously better ways to do this, and I would absolutely do it those better ways when and if I were to make this again for a sincere purpose. Okay, so I'm just sending that back this way. And there it goes in the middle. Ta-da! All right, so now we have this. No comments, please. No comments, please. All right, now we're going to sew this between those two body parts. Like, I just don't. Da, 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 da. Okay, here goes nothing or something. Let me see. Should probably come on the side and make sure I'm doing it correctly on both sides. This is absolutely the silliest thing. The silliest thing, friends. I'm curious if this is supposed to be an actual animal like that is currently on the planet, or if it's a fictional supernatural animal, or what. This is epic. The eyes are giving me Grover. I am not kidding. Of course, it doesn't help that it's a blue face. But here we go. It's got a big beak of a nose. Bum, 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 bum. All right, I think it's on here. I think we're set. Set for success. Okay. What in this world? I'm digging it though. I'm digging it. I'm absolutely digging it. Yeah, just kidding. Okay, Steve. I gotta know what this thing is. So yeah, I'm gonna message you in a minute because, of course, by the time this video is done, he's gonna already tell me, but that's fine. Like, yeah. I'll tell you what. This is incredible. Absolutely incredible. I don't know. What do you guys think? Please tell me in the comments. I gotta hear it. I gotta hear it. Okay, well, I'm gonna clean all this stuff up and I will see you in a few minutes. Bye. Well, that was interesting, wasn't it? This is a first. Silly craziness. Steve Villain sends in the fun, absolutely fun patterns. I do really enjoy working with his patterns that AI creates for him. But I wasn't ready for the word choices today. Shocking, just fun. So here we are. Again, what did y'all think this was going to be? So I did ask him, and he said it is supposed to be a cross-eyed owl. Okay, I got the cross-eyed part. This is the owl beak. AI, what in the actual are you actually thinking? I don't. Sure. Okay, AI. Can count on you for the crazy. So, couple things. If you liked the music that I have in this video, that was all created by Steve V1LL1N. His link to his channel is in the description box. Head on over there and check out what he has created and his compositions. I think they're pretty fun. I definitely encourage you to go over there. So yay for Steve V1LL1N. And again, Steve, thanks for sending me your patterns. They're absolutely fun. I love doing them. If you would like me to give a shout out to you for your patterns, you want to like throw me for a loop and see what AI can do, send me a pattern in. So what you're going to do, I will link the instructions here, but I will also put them in the description box below. But what you're going to do is you're going to go to your preferred AI platform. You're going to type in there what you want it to make. Say, I would like, or please make a crochet pattern, a written crochet pattern for a flamingo, or gosh, anything that you want. I mean, it could be not a tablecloth. That's too much work for one video session, guys. A scarf. It could be an owl. It could be a granny square. It could be so many different things. Just don't want it to be something huge. It could be a hat. Gosh, use your imagination. It'll be fun. And it doesn't have to be a perfect pattern. That's the whole point here, is that these patterns, we're supposed to find out if they're flops or if they're successes. And that just goes to show where AI is in the pattern world, because we know that people are creating patterns that know nothing about crochet, and they're throwing them on Etsy, they're throwing them on the internet for all of us to buy, and they are absolute junky patterns that don't work, for lack of non-appropriate words. We're just going to leave it at junky. And so I wanted to just throw some fun at the AI insanity and see what comes out of it. So I don't mind at all, as you can see, by Steve V1LL1N's patterns, because they are always like this. I don't mind them being insane. I don't mind them being confusing and silly and weird and not making sense, because that's the whole point of this video. If they're successes, great. I love those too. I do have a couple of those in my playlist. So check those out. I do have some flops. Either way, I'm happy. It's great. And it makes for good viewing, I think. Chime in, let me know what you think. So if you like this pattern, let me know what you thought. Go over and check out Steve V1LL1N's channel, see his amazing music, and send me your patterns. We'll see where it goes. Again, thanks for hanging out with me today. I really enjoyed this one beyond the craziness, and I will see you next time.